Well, well, well. I tell you what. Welcome back to the channel. This is Apostle Benny. I'm on here to talk about the week 6 in the NFL, just for the Dallas Cowboys. I'm not an NFL fan. I am a Cowboy fan. And week 5 wasn't that good. We got blown totally out by the 49ers. But it's kind of been hard for me to concentrate on football with what's going on in Israel. Uh, the reason I started doing this on the channel, I wanted a preacher's perspective. I mean, and when I say a preacher, I mean an active pastor who has to do with bringing the word every week and also likes to maybe watch his football team play um, and work that into your life. A lot of people think you should separate sports and religion. I'm not a big proponent of religion unless it's pure religion, as God says, which is helping out widows and lending things to orphans. I'm all about that. Other than that, calling my spiritual life or religious life, I'm not into that. I'm not going to divide either one of them because for me they both go hand in hand. I serve the Lord and I also like the Dallas Cowboys. It's like saying let's separate my belief in God from this shirt, from my clothes. Why would I do that? Just to appease someone else. So I'm not appeasing anyone. I'm doing this because I believe that this is what I want to do, and the Lord allows me to do it. If anybody would be appeased, it would be Him. So anyway, won a good week. We got punished, um, but the war in Israel kind of keeps it in perspective for me. My heart left the Dallas Cowboys a long time ago, or I'd be all crushed and hurt, crying like I used to do when I was a kid. But I don't have I'm not invested in them with my heart anymore. I'm just invested with them with my brain, not even my soul. So they get very little emotional traction with me. Uh, I just wanted to come on and let everybody. I don't run when they lose because I don't. Hey, they lose, they lose. They probably lose another game or so. They've lost 2 this year and they've won 3. But usually after they lose for the last 2 years, they win. I think they're like 10-1 after losses. So hopefully they win. Hopefully they beat the Chargers. This is a big game because they're going back to see Kellen Moore, the former OC, offensive coordinator from last year. They're going out to his stadium to see him. I see we still don't have anyone in the chat. We don't have anybody watching the live. I'm going to keep on doing it though. I'm not doing it for people to watch and for people to be in the chat, but I'm doing it for people to watch and for people to be in the chat. I just said that because I listen to other folks say stuff like that. We're not interested in that. Then why do you do this? Why do you put it on YouTube? You can actually make a video and look at it for your own self if that's what you want to do. I'm doing this because I want people to see it. I want people to buy into it. I want maybe another preacher or pastor says, you know what, man, I understand the dilemma of trying to be a fan of something that you know is futile, to tell you the truth, and also putting the truth out there, the thing that really runs this life, the thing that this life is really about, my spiritual life, learning to come out of the natural. But I thank God. I thank God that He lets me be real and let me be myself. So anyway, I just want to jump on here real quick. I'm not staying on here. I have some work to do. I'm getting ready to edit the video from last week. It's Friday and I haven't done it yet. I'm getting ready to study for tomorrow because we have service tomorrow. You should come on down to 2725 C Old Washington Road. We had prayer last night. Waldorf, Maryland, 20601. We had prayer last night for Israel and also for the United States and even for the people in Palestine who are the way it looks like it's going to be blown off the face of the earth, I'll believe it when I see it. But I went back. I went back and I checked it. I went back and checked Deuteronomy chapter 20, and it actually talks about war. So you go check that out. You'll see some things. You might understand why it is that these people are in line. They attacked Israel, so they kind of line themselves up right in God's crosshairs. So if they get blown off the face of the earth, it's not because somebody went elected them. They elected themselves. They volunteered. But the children, the innocent ones, I feel for them. But go read Deuteronomy 20. You'll see how God feels about that, what he thinks about it, which is all I really care about in this whole thing. I wouldn't even be interested in Israel. I'm only interested in Israel because that's God's people. So just wanted to holler at y'all real quick, let you know I'm still here. I pray that you have a very successful Friday. My wife is gone to my grandchildren's I think it's grandparents' day or something, some kind of celebration at their school. And that's her calling me. I'm going to answer this phone call and see how she's doing. She's probably on her way home. She left me last night to go hang out with them while I was praying, but she also called into Zoom and she prayed along with us. We didn't have a big turnout. I was expecting a larger turnout than what we had, but the people who showed up, I thank God for them, and they were there. So I love you. I'm gonna talk to you later. If you don't know Jesus, get to know Jesus. Go to um, uh, Romans chapter 10, verses 9 and 10. Read that. That'll get you saved. That'll get you into the kingdom of God. People say, I don't know if I die or where I'm going with that right there. Once you really get into that, you can fit into that to where you believe in your heart, you confess with your mouth, and you believe in your heart for real, you'll be locked in. I know when I die, I'm going to heaven. I'm not going to miss heaven. And I work now that I don't just work to get in heaven. I'm working so that when I'm in heaven, I'm positioned properly and I'm positioned in a favorable place. Because even in heaven, there are levels. There are levels in heaven. So may God bless you. Keep on keeping on. And I'll talk to y'all in week 7. We have a bye week after this game. So I'll probably talk a little longer about our first part of the season and how we had our ebbs and flows, our ups and downs, the roller coaster ride that is the Dallas Cowboys. And I do not buy into what the media says about the Cowboys. I couldn't care less. Uh, because if you listen to what they were talking about the Cowboys last year, it's the same thing this year. Year before that, for the last 28 years, it's been the same thing. Ever since the Cowboys stopped winning Super Bowls, everybody's trying to egg us on to win a Super Bowl. And everyone say that we're a contender during the offseason and then we don't do anything, and then they want to put it on the Cowboy fan because Cowboy fans, most of them, the ones you listen to now, they're media driven fans. They're not true Cowboy team driven fans. I don't know if anybody is still like that. Maybe some of us from the old school. A lot of people are Cowboy fans or they're a team fan because it's cool. You know, they wear clothes because it look good. Or it's the popular saying. It's a whole lot of reasons. I'm not going into that. Love you. It's Apostle Benny. I catch you guys. I'll catch you guys next week. Next week. Peace.